How did the first credit cards immediately change 1960s spending? Imagine walking into a store in the early 1960s and seeing a shiny plastic card instead of carrying a pocket full of cash. That was the moment when consumer spending took a big leap forward. The first widely accepted credit cards appeared in the late 1950s and early 1960s, and they changed how Americans bought things right away. Before this, most people relied on cash, checks, or store-specific credit, which kept shopping limited to certain places or amounts. But with general-purpose credit cards like BankAmericard, which later became Visa, and MasterCard, which turned into MasterCard, shoppers could buy almost anything at many different stores without paying immediately. These cards introduced the idea of revolving credit, meaning you could buy now and pay later, over time, for a fee. This was a game changer for everyday life. The instant impact was convenience. No more digging for cash or writing checks for every purchase. The plastic cards, introduced by American Express in 1959, were durable and easy to carry. They made spontaneous shopping and travel easier, encouraging people to buy more often. With the ability to pay over time, consumers felt more confident spending larger amounts on appliances, clothing, or vacations. This shift boosted the growth of consumerism, as people could now participate more fully in the expanding economy of goods and services. It was a new way of living, where instant access to credit meant more freedom to buy what they wanted, when they wanted. Banks played a big role in spreading these cards. They mailed out thousands of unsolicited cards to targeted markets like Fresno, California, to build a user base. This helped convince merchants to accept credit cards because more customers had them. As more stores accepted cards, consumers found it easier to use their credit, creating a cycle of increased spending. By the mid-1960s, credit card networks expanded rapidly across the country, making the system more practical and widespread. Technological improvements also helped, like the late 1960s introduction of magnetic stripes on cards. This made transactions faster and more secure, solidifying credit cards as a trusted payment method. From a 1960s nostalgia point of view, credit cards symbolized a new era of modern convenience and economic optimism. They reflected the decade's spirit of innovation and changing lifestyles, where access to goods and services became quicker and easier. The credit card became an icon of the emerging consumer culture, representing freedom, mobility, and the promise of a more comfortable life. For everyday Americans, these cards made buying cars, appliances, clothes, and travel experiences simpler and more accessible. They also laid the groundwork for the credit-driven economy that would grow in later decades, marking a major shift in how people managed their money and shopping habits during that exciting decade.